Good afternoon. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on a water fast. This is week 10, day 3. It is March the 15th, 2023. March is half over. It's hard to believe, but it is. I am up 1/10 of 1 pound today. Not a big deal. You're going to fluctuate a tenth of a pound, anywhere from a tenth of a pound to 3/10 of a pound during any day of any week. So not a huge move up, not a huge move down. I did get my bounce up, as I said yesterday, to basically retest the 225, 227 area. I'd like to address a couple of questions that I had. One is on my throat issue that I've had for a long time, and that is the heavier you weigh, the more obese you are, the harder it is for some people to swallow food down your throat. And it's almost akin to anorexic, where there are people in the world that go eat lunch and then they quickly go to the restroom and throw up lunch. They force themselves to throw it up and vomit. I don't do that. I get food, like I can't easily eat rice. One, because it's a carb and it's not good for me, but another is food sometimes gets stuck in my throat, and you have the sensation of choking. And so you've got a quick run to the restroom, and try to clear your throat by throwing up what's stuck down your throat. Yes, there is a fix. No, it's not permanent. Basically, if you go ask your doctor, he or she will say, sure, we can shove a balloon down your throat, expand it, and then you'll be okay for a while, but it's not a permanent fix. So you'll have to have it done periodically throughout the year. Uh, that's that's no way to live, especially if you don't have health insurance. You can't afford that. That's frivolous. If you lose weight, you will decrease the vomiting sessions. I had another person that contacted me and said, expound a little on the diarrhea that I had. I experienced severe diarrhea because I cheated. Well, whether you're in your first week or your 10th week of a water fast, let's say you cheated on week 5, your body is not going to know how to handle that food that you ingested. And so it's going to want to evacuate that food from the body as quickly as possible. So you will be in the restroom on the commode, and you will have massive bursts of diarrhea because your body is not used to food. Your body is not used to you feeding it food. It can't handle that switch from no food to food. Um, so yes, that is normal. Yes, that will happen if you cheat. So the obvious solution is don't cheat. I mean, if you're going to be dedicated to a water fast, if you're going to be committed to losing weight, don't cheat. That's why I tell people, when you first start out and you say, okay, I'm going to give water fasting a try for 4 weeks, like this old man suggests, the very first thing I beg you to do is throw away the cookies, throw away the ice cream, throw away the potato chips, throw away anything that's going to cause you to cheat on your water fast. Because generally, if it's not in your house, you will not get in the car, go to the grocery store to buy a bag of potato chips to bring it home to eat it. Uh, we're all lazy. We're not going to put forth that kind of effort. That again, that's why it's really important. Any trigger foods that's going to cause you to cheat, get rid of them. You know, find your worst enemy. Give your food to them. Throw it away. Give it away. Put it down the garbage disposal. Put it in the trash can and take the trash out and put it in your trash container. But just get it out of the house. Um, a lot of people fail on water fasts because they start out really committed, they start out really dedicated to losing weight, and then they see that bag of potato chips over there in the cupboard and they just can't resist. Because, I mean, let's face it, you and I are adults, right? We have no willpower. We don't. I mean, stop lying to yourself. Stop saying, I can ignore that chocolate cake over there. I can ignore those chocolate chip cookies over there. You can't. You know, one of the worst things that was ever created was sugar. Sugar is I've never done cocaine and marijuana and all the party drugs and everything that kids take today. But I believe that sugar is as addictive as drugs are. I further believe that sugar should be considered a drug because look, you can't stop taking cocaine because of the high it gives you. You can't stop taking sugar. I mean, sugar makes you euphoric, makes you happy, at least for a while, until you gain 5 or 10 pounds. And if you eat enough sugar and fat and salt over a long period of time, you'll not only pack on 5 or 10 or 20 or 50, you'll pack on 100 or 200 pounds. And people wonder why they're fat. Yeah, you're fat because you eat donuts. Stop eating donuts. Stop eating fat. Stop eating sugar. And see, I sit here and I smile when I say this to you because, hell, I used to eat 6 donuts at a time. I mean, I love sugar. I love donuts. Cookies? Look, these lips have never met a cookie they did not like. Coconut cookies, chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal cookie. I mean, name your cookie. So, um, you have no willpower. So you see the glass over there? If you're going to start a water fast and you're going to drink those 3 glasses of water, 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water, why not get rid of the foods that are going to set you up for failure? And again, that's why on even before day one, before you start, Clear out your cupboards, clear out your refrigerator, clear out your freezer of the ice cream and the cookies and the cakes and the potato chips and the fill in the blank. Just get rid of it. So, and I had someone else ask me, well, you gained a pound plus. What? That's fine. I mean, I told you at 225 point whatever I was, I expected all last week to bounce up a little. I didn't think it would be a pound plus, but I did, and that's fine. you know, I mean, this is not my first time around the block. I've been doing water fasting for 3+ years. I mean, I know that when my body loses and drops to 225 point something, I'm going to bounce up. It's the way it is. And whether I stay at my current weight a day or 3 days or ever how long, that's fine. Because I know in the long run, my body will continue its weight loss and I'll start weighing less and less. Now, this is week 10. I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't know that I'll hit 220 point something in 3 days or 3 weeks. But when I hit 220 point something, I absolutely guarantee you that my body is going to bounce up. It could be a half pound, it could be a pound, could be 2, 3 pounds. I mean, that's just what my body does. And I I I think that's what most people do. Your body will lose a certain amount of weight and then it'll fluctuate a little bit. And it'll lose a little bit more weight and it'll fluctuate a little bit. I mean, that's the slow, safe way to lose weight. There was one week recently, maybe it was last week, I could look at my sheet of paper where I lost weight every single day. I think it was last week, but I only lost 1/10 of a pound. I mean, I have people that contact me that say, look, they're losing 3 pounds a day, 4 pounds, 5 pounds a day. Congratulations. I can't do that. I attribute it, one, to being old. I'm old and decrepit. And two, I am an acute diabetic. And I think I ate so poorly for so long when I was younger. And, I would drink the sugared sodas, Pepsi, Coke. And, I laughed because I told my doctor, I said, well, I drink the diet stuff too, because the diet stuff is good for you. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. he laughed and he said, you're crazy. The diet sodas are worse than the sugared sodas. Don't drink any soda. You don't need it. It serves no good purpose in your body. I don't care if it's root beer, Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew. He said, don't drink it. So, what can I say? It's good that you all see that not every day is a down day. Not every day do you lose weight. Some days you not only don't lose weight, but you bounce up a little bit, and that's fine. So I want to address one more viewer on this sleep apnea. the fatter you are, the more obese you are, the louder you're going to snore at night when you sleep. Guarantee it. And not only the louder you snore at night, but the more times at night you stop breathing. Now, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Someone first told me, you're stopping breathing during the night. That's why you wake up more tired than when you went to bed. I said, hell no, you're crazy. Anybody with a brain and common sense knows that if you stop breathing for a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes while you sleep, you die, right? Well, I was wrong. It's called sleep apnea. It is a medical proven fact. If you don't believe me, Google it. And my dead giveaway was when my wife used to say, oh my God, I didn't get any sleep last night. You snored so loud, and you would stop breathing and then start back up again. So the more weight that you lose, and you will lose weight when you water fast, the more weight that you lose, the less times you're going to stop breathing at night, the less you are going to weigh, the less you are going to snore, and the more restful you're going to be. Period. Now, don't expect to lose 3 pounds or 5 pounds and not have sleep apnea. Okay? Many of the people, you that watch this channel, you're not only fat, you're obese, you're big. It's going to take more than 1 pound or 3 pounds or 5 pounds for that to decrease. And I'm just telling you the way it is. But it will. And I guarantee you this, that if you water fast with me for 30 days, at some point, not the first week and possibly not the second week, but at some point in that 30-day period, you will find yourself snoring less and sleeping better, and you probably will not stop breathing as often as you do each night. So think about it. I've given you some really good reasons why you should consider water fasting. And for those of you that are on maintenance, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir, aren't I? I mean, you already know because you already lost the weight and met your goal. And not only that, but you're working on keeping it off. And I want to address one more viewer. She said, why is the range when you're on maintenance different for a diabetic than it is for the rest of us? The very simple answer is that my body, as a diabetic, processes food differently. It burns food differently than your body as a non-diabetic. So I have a smaller range than you do. You have a 25-pound range. That's the reason. And, you know, uh, that's just, on this channel, I have lived through this. I have walked in your shoes. That's why I can address the high blood pressure. I used to have extreme high blood pressure. Now my blood pressure is normal because I've lost weight. I used to have eye issues. My eye issues, I was 2 weeks away from eye surgery and walked in after I had lost some weight, and my eye doctor said, you can go home. You don't need surgery. Whatever you've done or are doing, keep doing it. You've corrected your eye issues. Thyroid medicine. I mean, you and I both know the whole world takes a thyroid pill once a day for your life. Not me. I used to be on thyroid meds. Not anymore. My thyroid is functioning properly. You know, fatty liver. Well, unfortunately, I still have a fatty liver. That's where over many, many months and years, I consumed so much fat that my body didn't know where to put it. So it stuffed some of that fat into my liver. And it takes a little bit longer to get rid of a fatty liver. So I've walked in your shoes. I have been fat. I have been obese. I was extremely obese, although I had a gentleman contact me and he said, look, I weigh over 500 pounds. I've never been 500 pounds. May God strike me dead if I ever touch 500 pounds. I mean, I don't want to be that fat. I would rather not live and be 500 pounds. I mean, I thought 315 pounds was big. And for me, I was obese. I wasn't big. I wasn't large. Call it what it is, folks. You're obese. Do something about it. I mean, do you really want to die and be buried in a double wide casket? Wouldn't you like to step on an airplane and not take up two seats because your fat rolls are just so large? I mean, maybe you're comfortable with that. Because I've got to tell you, at 315 pounds, I didn't view myself as obese. I really didn't even view myself as heavy. Because, I had people tell me, well, you're just big boned. And I had other people tell me, well, no, your mama was fat, your sister is obese, uh, your brother is fat, so you're just going to be fat. Just give it up, enjoy being fat, embrace it, and stop trying to be skinny. And the really sad thing is, I listen to those people. You cannot listen to those people. They don't know what they're talking about, even though some of those people really believe what they're saying. I mean, there used to be a time in this world where people really believed that if you got on a boat and you sailed to the edge of the water, you would fall off. They thought the earth was flat, and they, honest to God, truly believed it. You know, Same with weight loss. There are people that will tell you, oh, it's in the genes. You're destined to be fat. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And if you try this crazy thing called water fasting, you'll die. You'll damage your organs. You'll permanently damage your body. You'll pass out. I mean, I've heard it all. And I know I'm ranting and going on here, but some of you need to hear this again. I happen to let me inform you, I'm still alive. I'm not at the weight that I want to be. I am certainly nowhere near 315 pounds. I am making progress every single day, even on the days when I gain a half pound or a pound or 2 pounds. I mean, so be careful who you listen to. Throw away the goodies. Get rid of the cake and the ice cream and the pizza and the cookies and the potato chips and the Pringles and get rid of the trigger foods that are going to cause you to cheat. And the other thing that I want to encourage you is hand your cell phone to your friend, your neighbor, your spouse, your lover, the boy next door, and have him take a sideways fat picture of yourself. And don't just keep it on your cell phone, print it out and put it on your refrigerator door. So you'll know what you currently look like being fat and obese. It's important that you visually look at that at least once a day. It's a reminder as to how you, honest to God, truly look. The camera does not lie. So have someone take a fat picture, post it on your refrigerator. And the other thing that I beg people to do, because there's two more of you that are going to start your water fast tomorrow morning, uh, absolutely every day of the week, track what week and what day it is and how much you weigh. That will prove to you, as you look at how much you write down each day, whether or not water fasting works. Now, I've never met one individual that water fasting would not work for. You could be the first, but I don't think so. So don't be alarmed if you lose more than a half pound a day, a pound a day. If you're one of those special people that you're so fat, you're so obese, your body loses and burns 3, 4, 5 pounds a day, let it alone. Let it get rid of the fat. Let it burn the fat. Let yourself poop it out. Okay, I'm not particularly that lucky to burn 5 pounds a day or 3 pounds a day, and maybe you are. Don't be alarmed. You know, the alarmists will tell you to be concerned. It's not healthy to lose 3 pounds a day. Look, it's not healthy for you to be as fat and obese as you are. Leave your body alone. I don't care if you lose 1/10 of a pound a day or you lose 5 pounds a day. Count your blessings. Be glad that you're able to lose 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 pounds in a day. Know that water fasting is working and embrace it. And obviously, especially for you two new people that are going to start your water fast tomorrow, have a goal weight. You know, my interim goal weight was 225 point something. I hit that. Now I've bounced up a little, and that's okay. But my next interim goal weight is 220 point something. And as I said earlier in this video, when I hit 220 point something, I'll bounce up a little, and that's okay too. Because I know that for every 3 to 5 pounds that I lose, I bounce up, and so will you. So those are my comments for today. I like to end my show with the saying. This is one of my favorite sayings. It's so simple, but so true. Prove them wrong. Prove your naysayers wrong. Prove the people that are telling you this isn't going to work. Prove them wrong. Keep track of your weight on a sheet of paper every day so you can hold it up and say, I am losing weight. This does work. Look at the sheet of paper and see that this works. Because again, they're very convincing. They really think they know, and they really believe in what they're saying. It's wrong. It's wrong, folks. So prove them wrong. Welcome to my new viewers. Welcome to my new subscribers. Obviously, click the like and the subscribe button. I like for you to like my videos, but I'm not out for 1 million likes. I mean, I could care less. I've said it once. I'll say it 1 million more times. I could care less about YouTube's algorithms, and you know, I'm not doing this for money. By the way, I don't have a Patreon page. Keep your money. I'm doing this to help you. I'm doing this because I was fat and obese like you. I'm doing this because I spent thousands of dollars at Jenny Craig and Nutrisystem and Ideal Protein, which was actually prescribed by my doctor, by the way. And it worked as long as you eat the little prepackaged artificial foods. But when you go back to eating normal food, you gain all the weight back plus more. So when I say truly, I have walked in your shoes, I have been as fat as you are, I have been as obese as you are, I have had the health problems that you're having. I've lived it. I walked the walk and talked the talk. You know, I didn't just read some book on weight loss and decide, wow, I want to be a star. So I'm going to set up my own YouTube channel and preach to the world. I have been where you are. Take charge of your weight. You will feel better. You will look better. You will sleep better. And if you trust me enough to try water fasting for 30 days, you'll prove to yourself that you can lose weight. You're not big boned. You're not destined to be fat and obese. And if you truly want that for yourself, join me. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay healthy, stay happy. And I'm sorry for babbling on for so long, but I had a lot to say. I'll see you tomorrow.